Hey peeps, it's Friday night, and all is kinda sorta not well. It is, but it ain't. Got a problem. You need to start working on resolving that issue. At some point, we're gonna do a whole power evolution video for you. So, what's happened is these inverters started freaking out. They were flipping out. And the reason for that is dirty power. What do I mean by dirty power? Harmonics distortion caused by a generator. The generator that was getting used for the last 2.5 years, 2 years, something like that, was an inverter generator. So it was creating clean power. It's called clean power. A nice, pure, clean sine wave. So we originally started at 110 volts in this building with this inverter. Upgraded, if you've followed videos at all, got this inverter, they're connected together, we get 220 volts in this building now. Dave and Miranda's place, it's a different inverter, also EG4, that's 220. So the inverter generator that they had and were using burned up. So we decided to just drag the welding machine up here and use that. Well, that is not creating a clean sine wave. It's not generating clean power. So these aren't liking it. The other inverter over there gobbles it right up just fine. During the spring, late spring, summer, early fall, don't even use a generator out here. Getting into this time of year though, you get days on end, you just don't really get much sun, even though we have a pretty good amount of solar. So sometimes you gotta run the generator for about 3 hours to get everything topped up again. It happens. The welding machine is a 10 kW, so 10,000 watts. Little man's here too, and his top priority was go play with Mandy. That's all right, she can be on a little man detail. But the welding machine is just not putting out a clean electrical signature. So these don't like it. What Dave had to do to get by with for now was this line here is the generator feed. Comes from way over there and it's 240 volts. But we can't charge with the generator, so they have to charge their system, and then he took the generator feed and it's coming off their solar system. So we're using one solar system to charge this system. That's a stupid thing to do, but it's working for now because we have a clean power source coming off the other inverter to charge this side over here. So here's the remedy. Another box. Yeah, $700 black box. It's called the Chargeverter. And all it is a battery charger. You can run it on a $120 or $240, either way. And this is going to get connected to the generator feed line. So the generator feed line is getting discontinued from the inverters. It's going to feed this, then this is going to charge the batteries. This is rated for the dirty power, so this can handle whatever. And we didn't get around to it this year due to time constraints, but we are going to be running a couple of old Onan generators. So that's another thing, is if you don't have access to clean power, and let's say you need to run an older generator or something that's got some harmonics and distortion on it, and you don't have something that can filter that, something that can handle that, such as this, you're screwed. You can't charge your system with that generator. So having the capability to be able to charge from whatever generator source you have is a good thing. You're gonna have ambient kid background noise because they've migrated over here for some reason. He went running over there to go see Mandy, and now they're over here and they're out front playing trucks or cars or something, I hear, racing around out there. Wish I was a kid again. Didn't have to deal with problems like this. Wouldn't that be great? We're gonna do a disconnect on this end too. So I'm gonna take this box off the wall, And I happen to have this used double pole breaker box. So I'm going to replace the junction box with the breaker box, run the 240 into the breaker box, and then out into the charge inverter, so we can have a disconnect over here on this end if we ever want to use it on this end, so you don't have to run back and forth. So I gotta try and get my neutral line bent around and get it over here on my neutral bus. Yeah, she's not real flexible. That's called recycling. I got her in there. Yeah, I know it's upside down, but that's the best way that it was gonna fit. So that's how it went. All right, so the inputs are in, they're done. You're getting your disconnect, Dave. There it is. This rig comes with a cord, has a special plug that goes into the black box. It had a 30 amp plug for generator. I've already taken that off because we're not doing that. It's got these special square studs that go in there. So I gotta cut them off, strip this back, get this, put it into my disconnect box. Pretty simple, straightforward 240 volt wiring. Because this is going to be 240 now, I'm going to connect these breakers together physically. So when one gets shut off, the other one gets shut off with it. There we go. Got the DC side all hooked up to the battery bank there. She's looking quite pretty at the moment. And Dave's here now, and he broke it.
I didn't break nothing.
He turned this switch on right here and killed everything. It shut down the inverters. I don't know what that has to do with the inverters. It's not connected to the inverters, but it shut down everything, so we gotta figure out what the story is. See if we get smoke. Okay, well, we didn't have a blackout this time. We've got her going now. There's just the initial power up of the charge inverter that shut us down. Now that it's powered up, we can shut the AC down, and it's staying powered up off the battery. So that's good. So the idea is you want to be able to fire the generator up out on the other end and send power to it without having to come over here and flip switches. See what happens. Coming from the generator. He's watching the system. Don't break it, whatever you do. Tried it out. Played around with some settings. Things seems to be working all right. Charging this system and their system at the same time. So, hey, A1. The charge inverter is gobbling up the dirty power from the generator. No problems with that. So, problem solved for now. We'll see ya.